How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to 2A News Now. And I really do appreciate you taking your time tuning in to today's video. Recently, hypocrite Kamala Harris said she owns a Glock, but she doesn't want you to have one. Recently, on 60 Minutes, Kamala Harris said, and I quote, "I have a Glock and I've had it for some time." And the reason she said she has one is because her background in law enforcement. But she sure as hell doesn't need it now because she has 24/7 protection. And also not too long ago, even Tampon Tim came out and said that he's a gun owner as well. Harris even said in an interview with Oprah Winfrey that anyone breaking into her home is getting shot. But it's not going to be by her or her husband. It would be by Secret Service. Kamala Harris was the San Francisco District Attorney and then the California Attorney General. And of course now she's the Vice President. But there's been so many times that you can't even count them, that she says she supports banning law-abiding citizens from having handguns. She also said at the federal level that banning handguns, are you ready for this, does not violate Second Amendment rights. In 2005 in San Francisco, Kamala Harris sponsored a ballot measure known as Proposition H that would ban the manufacture, sale, and possession of pistols by the citizens of San Francisco, unless you're a law enforcement officer, in the military, or work for private security. And the voters did pass that measure, but a court struck it down in 2008. And after that happened, she decided to take it a step further. And Harris and a couple other district attorneys wrote an amicus brief to the Supreme Court where they argued a ban on handguns doesn't violate the Constitution. At that time, the court was considering the matter of handgun restrictions in the DC versus Heller case. But the court rightfully ruled the Constitution does protect a person's right to own a handgun for self-defense and other lawful purposes. And in 2013, when she was the California Attorney General, she wanted to try to ban handguns because a Second Amendment expert that handguns in California should be severely restricted to the citizens of California. And in 2001, in California, under the Unsafe Handgun Act, certain pistols could be owned, bought, or sold in the state. But Harris had to get her 2 cents in. And she made that list even more restrictive. And she wanted all handguns to be microstamped in the state. She wanted the pistols microstamped on the inside of the chamber and on the firing pin. So of course, if there was a crime and a cartridge was left at the crime scene, police could look at the microstamping and see who the firearm was sold to. And of course, what that did is severely restricted the number of firearms that people in California could purchase. And she even tried to limit concealed carry. So as you can see, Kamala Harris is definitely a hypocrite. We also know she's a liar, and she's been vice president for almost 4 years now. Don't you think at any time during that they could have mentioned that she's a gun owner, but all of a sudden they decided to do so just before the election? What a load of horse shit. And of course, just recently, Tampon Tim couldn't load his own shotgun. They just keep digging themselves in a deeper and deeper hole, and they're not going to get out of it. I'd really like to hear from you guys in the comment section. Do you think that Kamala Harris is a hypocrite? And what do you think about Tampon Tim? And if you enjoyed today's video and you want to help the channel out and help it to continue to grow, I just ask you to take a few seconds of your time to like, share, and subscribe and hit those post notifications. I would be very grateful if you did so. And I invite you to come back and watch my next video.